Hey guys, so today we're going to install some rear cat back quad exhaust on this Corolla hatchback. This is a 2023, and if you know, the 2023s require some cutting, so we're going to have to do some cut modifications, but we're going to install this EOS muffler system onto this 2023 Corolla hatchback. So let's give it a shot. Okay, what we need to do first is we need to trim this diffuser, and this is all one piece for the 2023 model. I know it looks like it comes off, but from everything I read, it's all one piece back there. So what we have to do is we actually have to trim this down to make room for the quad exhaust, two on each side. So we're gonna look underneath and see what we can do about cutting this down and making room for the exhaust. Here's the old exhaust. There it goes back. So first, let's listen to it stock. Rev it. All right, my son just says the exhaust sucks. He doesn't like the way it sounds, so we're gonna fix that today. All right, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so underneath the diffuser is all one piece. So I'm gonna see if I can cut it right here, and then we can remove this diffuser over here. So I'm gonna cut right here on both sides. All right, so we're removing all the pegs that's holding up the diffuser. All these pegs right here. All right, so we took off all the pegs, and now this thing will come off, the diffuser. And what we could do later, if we feel like it, is trim this to make notches. But for right now, we're just gonna leave it empty like that, which I bet you is gonna look really good. It'll show some mufflers once it's installed. Okay, so here you can see the cut that we made. There was actually a line there, and we were able to cut on both lines and take off these pegs. All right, so now we need to get to the muffler and take off everything. You can see there's some hangers here on this side, hangers on that side, there's hangers in the middle, so we need to take out all the hangers and unscrew it all too. You can see right there, we'll need to unscrew that from the cat, and then it'll go all the way back. All right, so I got the chocks in, and we got this up on a ramp. So we're gonna go underneath and remove the muffler. All right, so here's the cat. And just behind the cat, we gotta take off this bracket right here. And then we'll need to take off this hanger later. But let's take off that first. Well, it's a little tight, but not too bad. All right, so we got those nuts off. So now it's just these hangers that we have to remove. Rubber hangers here, and you should be able to just slide them off. So it looks like you just gotta use some muscle to get it out. There's It's a lot harder on this angle to get it out. But you just gotta really yank on it. Okay. All right, so there's one on this side and one on this side over here. So same thing, just let's get it out. Okay, there. All right, one last one. All right, it's about to drop. Okay. All right. Hooray. We got the muffler off. All right, so let's see what's in the box. All right. Okay, so this comes in 3 pieces. Wow, nice, good looking chrome. All right, so we're gonna need to connect these together, just like the full big piece. All right, here's the dual mufflers. Good looking polished mufflers. I assume these will be the burnt quad tips. Look at that, a nice burnt look. And that's gonna go right there, but we'll do that later. So let's put this thing together. Okay, so we got some gaskets right here, and those gaskets are going to go in between these guys, and we'll bolt them on. All right, so that should be on with the gasket. Make sure it's on tight. All right, so we got that back in, and here are the mounts. You know, it doesn't look exactly like the OEM because this is pointed that way, and over here it's pointed that way. But we'll just put together and see what it looks like when we put it on. Next up is the tips, and we're going to screw in the tips on both sides. All right, so now it's all assembled. Let's do it backwards, what we did to take that off, and put that on. Right, we're going to take off the tips. It's just easier to wiggle in underneath without the tips on. So we're going to take off the tips.
So we put all the things in. Want to put the other sides front in?
Getting the back ones in.
You want to put the other side?
Yeah, sure.
Is it good? It should be. Just go slow with it.
Yeah.
Don't.
Am I straight?
No. There.
All right, so I got the car off the ramps, and now it's time to add the tips. Left is marked left of the car, so we're gonna install this. The L is pointed up. Slide that in. Right side. Slide that in. But now I want to line this up before I tighten it up. There, that looks good. So you get a number 10 socket, and you just tighten up these bolts right here. All right, that's it. So let's take a look at it from the back. Let's stand back and look. All right, so now that the tips are in, we can actually see the alignment is a little bit off. You can see it's a little bit over on this side. There's a little bit more of a gap there. So what I need to do is I need to loosen up the connection here so that I could move the whole system over. All right, and now once they're loosened, I could adjust the position. You can see there's some play here. So I'm gonna move it to the right because that's where it was leaning towards. So let's take a look at it now. All right, so we adjusted it. Just a little bit of fine adjustment to make it nice and even. I think it looks pretty good now. Okay, so if you wanted to put back on the old diffuser, you could see it's not gonna really fit anymore because of the muffler. So you would actually have to cut a notch on the diffuser if you want to do that. But for me, I think I actually like not having something here in the middle because it shows off these nice shiny cat backs. So you could either trim this diffuser or you could buy a new diffuser that has the quad cat backs, and I know there are companies that do sell that, but you know, you could also just trim this one. You can see you don't have to trim it much if you want to use it, just a little bit, but this is going to be it for me. All right, so let's hear the sound clip. Keep in mind this is an automatic, so it's not going to sound as good as a manual. Oh yeah, but there's definitely a lower grunt to it. Go ahead, give it, got it? Another gun? All right, I think that sounds pretty good. Yeah, all right, let's try it out. Inside the cab, we got the windows down. neighbors won't complain, but my son wants the neighbors to complain a little bit.